What concerns you? What bothers you? What makes you uncomfortable? Is it change? Is it your feelings or emotions? You reach out and touch a pot that's hot. You may reach out and touch it again. Pain. We all have the propensity to do harm to one another and to ourselves. But we want to reduce the harm that we do to ourselves as an individual and as a collective. Reduce the harm, the hurt, injury, the pain, the frustration, the animosity, the hostility. Is it all impulsive? Is it associated with anxiety? Distress, disappointments, letdowns, setbacks. If that's the case, then we all must realize that when it comes to change, that we must be on a comeback. Not that we're trying to get back. On those that has done us harm. Because those that has done us harm, we can't go back that far. Because we have moved on from that. And once we learn to move forward or move on from that which has done us harm in the past, and knowing we can't go back there, our whole perspective change, our whole perception change of how we see ourselves and how we see the world. Because you done moved on. You done passed it. Because we cannot let life pass us by. Because we want to live a quality life. That which took place in the past is just the past. It's just a reference point. It's not a place of residence. Whatever experience that you have in your parents, and you pass from a parent or a peer, don't hold on to it. Don't develop a grudge. Don't have any animosity. Don't have none of those things. Whatever that happened to you in the past, something may have happened, something form of, whatever you want to say, some form of molestation, something may have happened in the past. Now I'm talking from experience, whether you know it or not. But you keep on moving on. Because that's there, and this is now. That was then, and this is now. That was there, leave it back there in the past. And see the brightness of your future. Dig deep down into the depths of your inner soul, your inner being. And knowing that you are somebody. That you are bigger. And that you can do better, that you can be better. And you're not letting any outside influence come into your domain to disturb your peace. Because you know when you put cream in the coffee, and the cream rises to the top because it's undisturbed. Far too many times we live in a life where there's so many disturbances around. And that disturbance is trying to draw you in, and it makes you to become disturbed. And then it can make you become hostile. And anything that become hostile, more than to become violent, because a lot of times many people are suffering in silence, and don't know how to reach out. As Professor Hardy said, the psychologist, that silence is a precursor to rage, and rage leads to violence. And I realize that violence is the result of an unresolved status. Because if you know who you are, you're more prone and more susceptible to participate in acts of violence. We're working with the hand that has been dealt with to us and for us. But yet, we get the wrong hand. And we tell the dealer we may not like it and get a new hand. But this is not a game. This life is not a game. We only got, as I know, one time. This is not a cartoon. So every opportunity that we have to escape death due to our irresponsible behavior, we ought to be thankful and grateful for that. And give a shout. Let it all out. Laugh, I say, laugh sometime. Give yourself some time to laugh. Enjoy it. In fact, embrace yourself. Hug yourself. And feel the energy that you give by embracing yourself. I ain't saying nobody else embrace you. I'm saying embrace yourself. Because the soul that is in you is an investment. The soul that is in each and every one of us is an investment. It is using the senses to feel, the eyes to see, the hand to touch, the tongue and the mouth to speak, the mouth to talk, the tongue to chew, the teeth to chew. That's an investment, man. Look at your digestive system. It's an investment. Look at your spleen, your lungs, your kidneys. Look at the use of your faculty, your limbs. That's an investment, man. Because when all that is, when this life comes out of you, no more. That's not happening no more. Which means there's an expiration date. There's an expiration date. And you're saying right now, and you've said before you got to this point, that you're tired. There's an expiration date. That you're tired of participating in that addictive activity, that addictive lifestyle, that addictive behavior. Eulogize your addiction. Utilize your hostility. Utilize your bad habits. Utilize your negative habits. Eulogize it. Put it to rest. And say, see ya. Because I don't want to be ya.